Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fallen Sky and Eberron Adventure. Whoa, that was amazing. My voice was happening.
Power.
It's just from within, the power within, the voice within. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Amazing.
It's hot.
It's hot in
so
here.
hot.
I think this basement is nice and cool.
Yeah, this
It
basement.
I'm
is so
perfect
much
right
better.
now.
I know you're wearing a
Still.
sweater.
Because the basement is cool. I did not wear this outside.
I'm still sweaty
Proud
right
of you.
now.
We
so,
were in
wow.
our house, and Destiny's like, it's like room temperature in here. And I was like,
For the listeners, it's like 31 outside right now or something
Little
ridiculous.
baby
30.
temperature.
Yeah.
Which is hot. It's hot for us because it's like the first time we've hit 30 this summer. Which
All
is
of our
weird.
California listeners are probably like,
Well, they're also
30
like,
for
what
a
does
week
30
already.
mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
they're
true.
Fahrenheit,
that's
so-
cold.
30's
What? Freezing, dude.
In Canada, 30's hot for us. Yeah.
Like
So,
94.
is it? Oh, okay.
Look at her
Oh,
go.
look at
She
you.
went to
Well,
the States.
Maybe it's 90.
Are you Californian? You might be.
No.
Maybe
California.
check. Do a DNA check. You might be. Just says California on your DNA test. I love that. Okay, should we do a recap, everybody? How you feel about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we are gonna do a recap right now. Okay. I'll probably stop doing that voice. Okay, well, last episode, the party agreed to accompany Hale to a meeting with a member of the gang, Dask. The meeting was at a tavern called Half and Halfs, run by a halfling by the name of Rivon Burrows. The resident half-elf bard known as Zanvalor Wildstar was also in attendance and put on an amazing performance using a puppet, yes, a puppet, and a peculiar-looking pan flute that looked familiar to some of the more aware party members. Halfway through Zanvalor's performance, a very tall humanoid walked in and sat with Hale, and discussions began. It wasn't long until the meeting turned sour and a fight began. The individual revealed himself to be a Medusa, and immediately many of the patrons within the tavern were turned to stone from his gaze. The party fought hard, with Thadok landing the final blow, but not before he was able to call in backup, and not before the party's artificer, Scrap the Kobold, became petrified by the Medusa's gaze.
Rip.
Yeah,
Which
rip.
is why you don't hear Shane right now. Also should mention that. Rip Shane, sorry, you're not here, bye.
Shane is also petrified.
That's right. Shane himself was petrified. It took a lot to get him out of this room. You heavy boy. No offense. All right. The backup burst through the wall that was called in from the Medusa, and after a tough struggle, one of the Stratogliders piloted by Enola was able to successfully escape with the Medusa's body and with the help of the DM. The party was left...
He admits it.
Yeah, I gotta admit. The party was left with an orc and a Stratoglider and 2 Medusa snakeheads. An orc, a Stratoglider, and 2 Medusa snakeheads. Sounds like a novel I should write or something.
Is that the title of the episode?
That's the title of the episode, I guess.
Good
Maybe,
one.
yeah, who knows? So, you guys are there, essentially. Hale's gonna just quickly say, oh, we gotta get out of here quick, you guys. I don't think we should linger. I don't want any more backup called here. She looks around. She's like, I paid my Sky coach to wait for me, but clearly they took off with the blast. Let's see if I can hail another one. No pun intended, I guess. Dang, her name's Hale. So she sort of like wanders off slightly and starts like, because there's a little bit of a crowd gathering at this point. You can see there was an explosion, so some people are looking over the balconies way up in the towers, and some people like peeking their heads out some of the streets and then tucking away. And you see her waving to a sky coach, which starts to descend slowly. If there's anything you guys want to do before it gets here,
I want to get those snake heads.
Yeah, dog.
yeah.
I've got a couple of vials I can.
Am I
Poke
able
them
to
in?
pick up scrap?
Oh yeah, yes.
And Patch,
Yeah.
does Patch, like, obey us?
So
Or
as
who?
you pick up scrap, Sammy, you start wandering a little bit out of the tavern, and you see Patch plotting like right behind Scrap
Okay.
as you move. And if you put Scrap down, Patch sits down
Oh, cute.
Oh, that's pretty
and just sort of waits beside him.
sad.
Yeah, for further instruction.
Rip. And were we able to capture the knoll? Because I think it ran away.
The knoll is away. You guys have the orc. The orc stayed. So there was a bit of a confusion
Yeah.
where we thought he was collared, but then we also thought he was
Yeah.
grappled. But then you
Sammy
let go
wanted
of
to do
the.
too much at once.
There was a lot
and,
going on. Yeah.
Classic scene.
So then he almost got away, but then Patch actually was able to stop him.
Oh,
and grab
right.
him.
Okay.
Saw like a squirrel started chasing it. you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone else was like not paying attention, and Patch was the one thing that
Wasn't
could've
there.
saved you.
So.
Yeah, and
It's
you
all
were
your
off
fault.
chasing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were also kind of.
I was
out of
also
the way.
there.
Static
But are
was
we
out
back
there.
now?
Yeah, you guys can regroup.
Okay.
This way. Yeah, because you took the Stratoglider out to try to catch them, but then you lost them, so you came back and picked up Proxy.
Yeah.
Correct. I'm just getting context again.
Mm-hmm.
Dask is like pushing into the area. They're pretty new. They haven't had an established force yet, right?
That's true. Yeah.
How open are these like criminal organizations? Do you know
What do you mean?
Like, would it be like, oh, this is Dask's bar if they were like hanging around? Do you know what I mean?
You know pretty well that Half and Halves is not.
No, I'm not saying specifically
Oh.
that, but I mean, like, would it be like this place, like, this is this area and this is this area? If I went into a neighborhood, could I be like, this is the gang that owns the street kind of thing?
For the most part, it's Boromar clan who
Right.
runs like everything. You know that Dask has a big concentrated area in like Lower Memphis, which is another ward within the lower parts of Sharn. But more than that, you probably wouldn't know. It's hard to tell. But yeah, there are certain like territories that, you know, like if you're entering this territory, a little bit dangerous because of this gang sort of thing. Yeah, for sure.
In that case, I don't think I'm going to be subtle about, like, not trying to hide the fact that, like, Dask ran away and we were in the fight.
Gotcha.
Like, we
Yeah.
beat them off, and I'm not trying to hide it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And for anyone who was like
Terrible.
looking in, for anyone that was sort of looking in at the scene, they would have essentially seen that. I mean, you have an orc within your possession who's like being grappled or something. I'm assuming one of you is probably holding them, maybe. And you know that they saw someone speeding away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they can put the two together for the most part. But yeah, if there's nothing else, okay, then Hale brings or is able to successfully. I'm not going to say hail a sky coach. What can I say? Beckons a sky coach closer, retrieves a sky coach, and you guys are all able to hop on and make your way back.
I for sure want to grab the Stratoglider as well. And you got the snakeheads?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I think Sammy was riding it, but yeah, you
She
guys
was,
can.
okay, well,
yeah.
make sure she brings it.
Yeah.
She doesn't because she didn't bring the one that we have. Either.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, yeah.
It's
no, 'cause
huge. We were
couldn't-
trying to be
well,
stealthy.
Massive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, I'm gonna give you the straddle glider to carry since I'm carrying scrap.
That's fair.
Okay, and then
Scrap's
Patch is
heavy.
following. Okay,
Who's
I'll
got
take.
the orc?
I mean, I can take the work.
I'm not carrying I'll carry the Stratoglider.
Okay, yeah.
fair.
We all
carrying
need
a
to
orc.
carry something. I mean, I'm probably better at carrying an orc than you are.
1,000%.
What's your carry orc skill?
0?
Okay.
-1, actually, but...
Okay, I'm better than that, but
That's great. So yeah, you guys are able to all hop on and start heading towards Haven or the Fallen Sky. As you guys are moving out, it's a bit of a. You remember it was like a 30 to 40 minute trek over here, and this guy coach it cuts it down probably about 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. But you see Hale, she's quite quiet during the trip. She's sort of just like holding the chest that she had taken because that was the whole point of this exchange, right? Was that she was trying to negotiate some sort of deal for these. And she's just sort of contemplating, looking at it confusedly.
is this chest the one with the vials, the dragon's blood?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's the same chest that we
we
gave, that we took,
That
right?
you retrieve, that you
Okay.
captured
She didn't
in
like
the
switch
first
it
place.
or something.
No.
Okay. I'll ask her how she thought that went.
Well, I guess other than scrap, pretty well. I mean, but also not very well because nothing really came of it. But we did glean some information. I really thought they were willing to pay me for it or something, or at least offer me something. I've heard that Dask are very rough and brutal in their means, and I guess that did manifest here as he just attacked almost without warning as I started to try to negotiate some sort of a deal. But I just don't see why these drugs would be so vital. This Tareem individual must be important or something, or maybe there's more to this than we're thinking of. But anyways, and she's sort of just like looking at the chest. If you're all gathered around, roll an investigation check while you're there, actually.
15.
15. Okay.
6.
4.
7.
Oh wow,
Different dice.
that's amazing.
Let me down.
You can sort of hear Thaddeus as she's like sort of moving the chest around and looking at it. Every time she sort of like slides it to one side, you hear like a very subtle like thud, and then she like moves it around to the other side, and you'll hear like another very very like almost inaudible like thud, as if like there might be something inside, but you can't. I don't know. That's kind of all you can garner with that investigation roll.
Okay. And that thudding sound doesn't like follow what a vial would make?
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The vials are like in
They're
little
safe.
holders, yeah,
It's
that
probably
aren't
like a
shifting around.
compartment.
Oh, okay. I'll point that out to Hal and be like, Hal, do you hear that? Or not Howl.
Howl's Moving Castle?
Hale.
Gray's crossover vault.
She
Yeah.
sort
I
of
see
like
that.
now that you pointed out, she starts like shaking it a little bit more. She takes out the vial so they don't like shatter, but she starts like shaking it, and there's definitely, and now you can like all sort of hear this like thunk, thunk, thunk like within it. And she starts sort of looking at it again. She looks around like she does. I don't see anything on here. How to open this? Proxy maybe? Someone who?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Take
at
a
it.
look here for me. Roll an investigation check on the chest itself.
Wonderful.
Use the good dice this time.
Does someone want to give me advantage on that?
I'll help.
If only we had Scrap.
Okay, yeah.
I think Sammy would.
I mean, you're all sort of there anyways.
Yeah.
I would say advantage, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're okay with
yeah,
it.
I mean, like, sure, yeah.
I'll take it. Okay. 14.
14?
Yeah. If it's investigation, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say it's really tough. You can't quite figure out it looks like just a plain chest. Like, there's no lever, button, mechanism, false sliding thing that you can see anyways with it.
And is this made out of metal, wood, stone?
Yeah, it's made out of like a mix of metal and wood, yeah.
Okay.
She's like, anyone else want to try this? So she's fiddling around with it.
I'm tempted just
She's
to like
also
take
gonna
it
roll.
apart. Like just like
Good.
start prying the wooden pieces off.
Well, maybe it's got some sort of like trap where if you don't open it the right way, maybe it'll. I don't know. But
You
maybe,
can roll check for traps if you want
I think
on it, although it'd be tricky.
Poison's not really a problem for me, so not too worried about
what
it.
a flex.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Some of us
I'm made of
mere
metal.
mortals. Well, can I have a look-see at it?
Yeah, go
I mean,
for
I'm
it.
not very good at it, but
Roll
I don't know.
investigation.
Maybe I'll be lucky.
I mean, you assisted him at first. Now you're like, you know what? Wait a minute. Let me
Give
let
me
me
a
see.
shot.
Let me see this.
You
thing.
got this. I believe in you. There we go.
Natural one. No, just kidding. What is
Natural
it?
20.
Natural
There
20.
we go.
Oh, I love it.
Classic thing to move.
Yeah, super easy. She's like, oh, this one? Easy check.
Oh, this one?
You can tell that one of the pieces of like metal that goes around the corner of the chest itself can like detach slightly, and it spins down, and within there's this hidden compartment that's like narrow and skinny and goes like diagonal across through the whole bottom section.
I think it would make more sense that if like I'm like just kind of like clunking around with it and I like accidentally do it and just like
Hey, it's your natural 20, so you take it how you want.
yeah,
Love
I
that.
like Vita's not any kind of
Amazing.
tinkerer. It's just like, oh, whoopsie.
Sure, your hand accidentally slips, you almost drop it, and you go to pick it back up, and it's like thunk, this thing like opens and reveals it. It's flat, not sideways. Sorry, it's flat on the bottom, like it's a false bottom almost underneath this chest. Within it, you see a peculiar looking mirror. It's like a handheld mirror, and you guys can roll history checks quick to see if you recognize what this item is.
This has got to be good at some point.
9.
History check.
15.
Wow, you guys are crushing it here.
I'm not good at any of these
Oh my
checks.
goodness. Yeah, I'd say none of you know what it is, but Hale does. She says, this is what I think it is. This is an RCD, also called a reflection capture device. And she like picks it up and handles it a little bit in her hand. You can see that it looks like a handheld mirror like you'd use for whatever purpose handheld mirrors are used for. But it also has this funny little like scroll wheel where your thumb would go on the mirror, and 2 little buttons on the sides of it. She says that this is used to capture reflections. You can store a reflection within this mirror.
So is someone's reflection in it?
So
like
if
a
you look in it,
camera
it just
picture.
looks like a normal mirror. But as she scrolls over to the side, a short reflection appears on the mirror. It just sort of like fades into this image of what was captured on it as she pushes one of the buttons. And the reflection shows an image of this young male orc who's strapped to a chair and is being injected with something, and he's writhing in pain trying to break free. This human who has gray hair, wearing this white sort of lab coat looking thing, has their back to the camera, and he's the one who's injecting this orc. You also see a tall, familiar looking creature with thick tinted welding goggles, a big head wrap, and is standing beside him. And then it sort of just like repeats back to the beginning again. It keeps going. And then it flips back to the beginning as it just like repeats. It's almost like an Instagram video that keeps repeating.
Or a GIF.
Or a GIF. Yeah, whatever you want to say.
A reel, if you will.
She rolls it one more time. Yeah, it's a TikTok. That's right. She spins the thumb scroll wheel one more time. It shows another image of. It looks like people are welding something, but it's kind of far and hard to see. But that's all that one really shows. She scrolls one more time, and there's another reflection that shows the back of another human. This one's a woman. She has this loose ponytail sort of behind her, and she's welding a piece of metal onto the scalp of an orc. And as she leans forward to sort of like get a better vantage point to weld in behind the head, her ponytail sort of falls over her shoulder into the front of her, and it reveals a mark on the back of her neck. It's a dragon mark. Do any of you know dragon mark? I can't remember if we know or not. You might,
Do any of us
but
know what?
Hale knows what the dragon mark is. She says this is Cannith. This is a House Cannith dragon mark. She says, okay, well, very interesting indeed. So it's definitely confirmed then. Obviously, House Cannith is working with Dask in some manner. I can't really understand why, but
Well, they're the one who made the Warforged, correct?
yes, they are. Yes, that's right. Many years ago now at this point, but yeah, interesting indeed. At this point, you guys are getting close now back to Haven.
Who is sending? So this is going to Kenneth
Tareem to Cannith, it's saying,
Tareem.
yeah.
from who?
We don't. Oh, well, no, you don't know. Yeah, it just said Dask. This is what it said at the beginning.
What's his
if you
name
wanna
was
remember.
driving the our buddy was driving it though. So wouldn't he have known where he was driving from?
Who was driving what?
The coach that had the box.
Uh-huh.
Our guy was driving it. What was his name?
Oh, Nulo.
Nulo was
Lockstock.
driving it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
wouldn't Nulo know where he was going from?
He came from he infiltrated House to Cannith a little bit and just took over as a driver for that that specific shipment. Yeah, so he doesn't really know too much in terms of why. Like, he didn't even know what he was supposed to be retrieving. He just knew it was something that was supposed to be incriminating.
But he'd know some of their locations.
Yeah, he would know where.
But
to
he knew where he knew where it came from. Yes, that's right. Yeah. But it was just another House to Cannith sort of like stronghold area that they have within. It was in Lower Memphis though, so that's
Which is where the Dask are.
where a lot of the Dask are. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, why would House to Cannith be sending themselves this mirror that's like, hey, look, we're with Dask. Here's our experiments. Are they sending it to, like, their boss to be like, things are going well? Is it...
I mean, I as a DM don't want to speculate on that, but it's a good point. Unless you're bringing it up to the class.
I'm bringing it up to the class. This is
That is a good,
I can't
that is
tell
a good point,
I'm like, are you
Proxy.
in character? Or are you just talking to Ryan to talk to me? I don't understand. But yeah, I get it.
I'm speculating out loud to
Right.
the gang.
That seems plausible. Is there anyone we could ask about this. I do have a contact in the Bormar clan, but I'm not sure they would know anything.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of worth it. I don't know. Let's get in. Let's get settled. It's been a rough day for everybody here. Let's try to figure out this situation, as she points to Scrap. She says that he's actually quite important to me, despite his personality flaws, I guess I could say. But here, as we know, I've discussed earlier, we as Haven, as our little family, are actually quite tight on coins. But I know that Stratoglider can easily fetch 1,000 gold. So here's my proposal. You can keep the Stratoglider if you want, but I will forward you the gold now. Take the Stratoglider from you and sell it for you.
Yeah.
We have 2, don't we?
If you like. I don't know what you guys did with the
One
other
of them
one,
was
but-
Sammy's.
Yeah, we won one. We still have one, anyways.
Yeah.
One back
Amazing.
at-
Well, that
'cause
is... yeah, go
Getting
ahead.
some sort of antidote for Scrap is probably going to be expensive.
I can only imagine. The only thing I can think of is a spell through House Durasco, but that's going to be thousands of gold
I
easily.
could try to make something with those.
Maybe head over to Above and Below as well. They might have some insight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I don't know
I
who
think
else
that's a
at
good
this
idea
point.
too.
But
Like, we
That's
could
my
have a
first
look.
thought too.
Maybe we take them to Laylith and Orlith and see if they can assess.
They're quite good at what they do.
They are actually quite skilled indeed, yes. I will be interrogating this fellow, as she points to an orc sitting in the sky coach with you guys. And this is all sort of like hush-hush, as you guys are kind of keeping it on the DL so that he doesn't hear, and also the driver doesn't like catch wind of what you're all
is
talking
he
about.
conscious?
The orc was, I'm pretty sure.
Let's knock him the F out. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's fair. I'll say that you were able to do that.
Why would I be cautious around him? Knock him out.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's easy enough to do with all of you around.
Does Hale normally interrogate by herself? Does she does she have like someone that she normally interrogates with?
I would like to do this one, she says back to you. As you guys pull up to the Fallen Sky.
By yourself, Hale?
Oh, yes. Don't worry about me. I'm quite capable.
Oh, I'm not doubting that.
So you guys pull up. A little help with Scrap, though. If you would like, we can put him, I don't know, somewhere in... Maybe we'll just put him in his room for now so that he's not in the way
Yeah, I feel
until we
like
can figure something out.
I don't want him to. I don't know if we want like this to be kept quiet or what.
As you guys get back to the Fallen Sky, it's in full swing. She's like, I mean...
I take off my cloak and like drape it over it.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes, perfect. It will be suspicious, but a lot less suspicious, I'll say.
Don't we need to bring Scrap to Orlith so they can look at the stone?
I don't even
Would
know
that help?
what they want.
I mean, there's
I don't think it's that
petrification
uncommon.
is a thing that
Yeah.
does happen. I think they would be very easy. I mean, they know what they may know what needs to be done
Okay.
with someone who has been petrified. They're going to give you information probably at the most. I don't expect them to have anything on them. They're not really a business like that.
Right, but maybe they could tell us that someone who could like do the work.
It's possible, yes. So yeah, you guys are able to sort of like wander your way back up into the Fallen Sky Tavern. It's pretty late because you guys had gone there at night already. But again, what is time down here? Like a lot of work gets done in the middle of the night, so you guys are free to do whatever you wish.
Would Above and Below be open?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
I think
they don't open till like 9 p.m. because like that's how they work down here. A lot of businesses.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know snake heads, Medusa heads, but maybe these things spoil after a time. Like,
I think we should hurry.
yeah, I think so too.
Hale agrees, she says. And honestly, I don't know if it's the longer someone's petrified for, the
Yeah.
harder it is, or who knows what. So
Yeah. Okay, we
that's
should
very, very...
run over
astute.
there.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you guys drop Scrap off, hop on
I'll put my cloak back
your
on.
feet. You put your cloak back on, nice. And you guys make it all the way over to above and below.
Does Patch stay with Scrap in the room?
Patch sits down right beside statue Scrap and sort of just lays down, puts his head in his paws.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very cute. Like, so yeah, you get back to above and below. If you remember, this is a very over eccentric shop with all these sorts of weird little magic-y doos floating around you, and you open the door and you are greeted with Leolith, who is at the front desk. And you don't see Orlith, but you see Leolith there, and she says, or they say, sorry. Welcome to Above and Below. Oh, hello, it's you guys. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah, hello. We have
Hi.
a question for you.
Oh, of course, yes. Come on, come forward.
So,
Gonna pull out the snake heads and be like, Scrap's been petrified by a Medusa. We managed to salvage these.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, I know this is kind of a lot just to throw at you, but
Wow. Yes. Oh, petrification is not an easy thing to have undone.
no, I understand.
As you guys are there, you can hear Orlith is in the back behind this curtain. He's talking to somebody. He's probably doing some sort of his job with somebody. Yeah. And she goes, or I would say they go, well, just a minute. Let me see. That's probably good that you have these. This at least is something, maybe. But let me go check. She turns around. And she actually just yells. She says, Orlith, what are the components for a concoction that can cure petrification? And you see they poke their head back around the curtain. They go, oh, hello everyone. 1 minute. And you see him like sort of rummaging. There's a bookshelf back there, and he starts like flipping through tomes real fast and pulling. He quickly turns to the person that's there with him and says, "Oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah." You can't really hear what he's saying, but 1 minute basically." And he pulls out this like really big, old-looking tome, flips through some pages. Petrification. Flips through a page. He says, "Okay, yes, here it is. Well, according to this, it requires components from 2 exotic beasts. One is, oh, this is going to be hard for you guys, they say. 2 eyes from one of the snake heads on a Medusa's head."
Got that.
2
You
eyes.
have that?
2 eyes from one Medusa head?
Oh,
yeah, we
very
already got that.
interesting.
I just
hold
hold them
on.
up and like,
Oh, okay. Well, we're halfway there. We're halfway there here.
So tightly packed in a little vial.
In a vial. I'm confused.
Is there an expiration date on those eyes?
yeah, do you have any
doesn't
ice?
say anything about that. It says that both eyes have to be from the same head. Let me keep reading. Blah blah blah. The other is blood of a cockatrice. Do
We got that too?
Do you guys got that?
Would Scrap have that?
Petrified into his body.
What's a cockatrice?
A cockatrice. I don't know if you know what a cockatrice is. Roll a history check. Let's see. Test your monster knowledge.
Ooh, 20.
My rolls are
20.
gold today. What was it?
Sorry. Oh, history check.
History?
Yeah. I was like, you're asking me what your roll is? I don't know.
4.
4.
8.
Yeah, 4.
Nice.
We're nailing it.
20.
What did you
Oh,
get?
nice.
8.
Thank
So
goodness.
maybe it's some sort of like chicken. Like
Yeah,
a
I
cock.
think it's a bird.
Yeah. But you know for sure it's one of those memories that just never got it hindered, I guess.
Just know.
It's this giant sort of scary looking dragony bird thing with spiky big teeth, scary, but you know that it has a petrifying gaze. You know.
Perfect.
You don't know that, but he knows. And then Orlith keeps reading. He says, or they say, those 2 mixed equal parts water, a few common components, a dash of rusted metal, an eyelash, flesh of a fruit or a vegetable. Bring it to a boil, produce ointment that can be applied. Petrification individual will over the course of 24 to 48 hours will recover, according to my tome. That's what it says.
How long do we need to, like, do we have to get this right now? Do we have time?
It doesn't say, although probably sooner better than later.
We got a couple months, right?
Do they have cockfights in the city?
I don't know.
Yeah, but who would? I mean, are cockatrice or cockatry? Are they native to the land? I imagine they're not in Sharn, but
You don't know anything about
I don't know
cockatrice.
Out of all those elements, would it like? Essentially, I'm asking how many of those pieces do we actually need to go get that would take time to go get?
An eyelash, probably got one of those on you. A dash of rusted metal, probably pretty easy to get.
Look at
Literally
Scrap's
just-
bag.
yeah.
So like
that's
cockatrice would be the only thing that
No,
would be
literally
like
you could get rust off
Yeah,
of Scrap's
actual
face.
work.
Like
Blood of a cockatrice would be
someone
difficult.
that
Okay.
sells weird junk, right?
Yeah.
Like weird liquids.
she might. But I don't know. She's more weapons and stuff. I mean, we can ask.
Or
And also the Faborius and Fug.
I have zero faith in that show.
They just have you like pick from like a
Like,
random
we're gonna
pile.
go in and we're gonna be like, I'm looking for cockatrice blood. They'll be like, cool. Here's a flying carpet. We'll be like, never could afford that.
I know, 5,000 gold.
Yeah,
Or
like, what do you got
Lilith.
that's 10 gold? They're like,
Orlith,
gems.
you hear some rustling behind the curtain. He's like, oh, sorry. Orlith closes the book, runs back, puts the thing on, and then keeps talking. But Laylis is still there. Okay, well, that's actually seems like a very good start for you.
Do you have any idea where we could go get this blood?
I have no idea where you could get cockatrice blood. Maybe. So I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I it's not a common component in any alchemy that I know either.
Are these creatures like mythical? Do you know?
No. Cockatrices are real creatures. Yes. Yeah.
Well, not like mythical as in like fake, like non-existent in this world, but like rare.
Oh, definitely rare. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As you guys are talking, you see the Orla stands up and holds a curtain, and out walks the guest that was there. He's an extremely handsome, very well dressed man in a fine, clean cloak. He emerges from behind the curtain. He walks past and he smiles, and he continues out the door. And as he smiles, it's almost like he's smiling at like every one of you directly and personally, and you feel it. You feel it, and you can tell his eyes are like super captivating. He's a very, very handsome, very striking person. You're like, whoa.
Are they human?
As far as you can tell, yeah, they look like a human.
Like, hey,
Super hot.
where do we get do you know you know where we can get cockatrice blood?
You stop them? as
Yeah,
they're
of
walking by?
course.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he was probably listening.
probably were listening.
Especially
that's
smiling
true.
like that.
Yeah.
He's like, hi, how are you? You're like, cockatrice blood.
Yes. You know
Where?
anything about Vita?
I love it.
He turns to you all, and I'll let this person describe themselves. How about? Is that a good idea? I don't need to describe this
Oh, is this
person.
Shane being all sneaky?
Wow, you!
I
Welcome,
had a
Shane.
feeling
Welcome, Shane, to the chat.
Wow.
Shane has entered the chat.
Wow.
when he said super handsome.
Wow.
Eyes at everyone. I was
That's
like,
what you should have known.
is this a PC?
Exactly the sign. All right.
I feel live
Okay, we
too.
gotta set up his mic.
I
So
was pretty shocked when I was like, Shane's
Okay.
just not coming.
Yeah, I was like, who's
Yeah, right.
throwing
I was, like,
themselves
so
down the
set up
stairs?
your arm?
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know how to put this on.
I know I need to help you, bro.
why?
Let's go TP his car.
Yeah, put it like that. That's good.
Go key it.
I was like,
really.
why is Jackie running down the stairs?
Yeah, I got a
I was
jet
thinking
plane.
that too. I
No.
thought it was
Because I
you.
didn't
knew
think it was you. I was
Like,
surprised.
Because
you.
you straight up lied to everyone and told them
Yeah.
you weren't going to be here.
Such a liar.
Oh yeah, we're on
We
the air.
should
so-
pause.
I'm gonna pause, but I like this banter because it's fun to
Is this-
have.
are you getting back at me for lying to you about
Yeah.
Vita?
100%.
Or
Well, now
you
I
just
have
wanna
zero
feel relevant
motivation to
and
save
cool.
Scrap. Like,
Yeah.
already I like this new character
Yeah,
better.
are we?
You like him already? Wow, you don't even know anything about him?
No,
Underneath
like
the
him
table is this
better.
cord. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I gotta turn off the recorder. Bye, everyone. We'll be right back. 1 second. You won't even notice. That's it. Okay, we're back now. Hi, say hi, Shane.
Hello, I'm Shane. I'm the new character.
Welcome.
When John said someone come down, I was like, well, who is it? It can't be Shane. Like, who's joining this?
You're like, Shane's not here.
Shane is like taking care of his children right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Like,
to have
he
a
can't just
right
abandon
reason.
them.
What children?
As we said,
Well,
he was
his niece and
petrified.
nephew, or
Yeah, that was my lie, yes.
He did straight up lie to everybody.
it was also weird that Shane was just like, I can't make it.
I know.
Well, you guys didn't ask. Dana asked. I had a whole tailspin. It was great.
Because you didn't give specifics, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to question you. You know, if you
also
can't come, you
I
can't
thought it
come.
was real suspicious. I was like, I thought D&D was your number one priority.
Yeah.
Like,
And literally all I said was, "Oh, so you can't come tomorrow?" And you're like, "Whoa."
All right, let's all pretend that you all knew now.
You should have seen their faces. They were all like, "What?"
no, I was very surprised, but honestly, I was a little bit like
I mean,
a
he
little bit
was
annoyed that you weren't coming because I was like, not
Got him.
actually, but like I was like, just like this is so weird.
That makes me feel better, honestly.
So can we just let Scrap die then?
Yeah, I voted we go throw
let's-
him where the
let's
we.
see
You're
this
right.
character
You're right.
first.
You're right.
Yeah, maybe
The
I'm way
choice
worse.
is
You
He
know.
yours.
might come out with an even worse voice.
You were guys
Do you
were
have-
judging him off his appearance.
Wait, do you have a
alone.
voice?
One way to find out.
You better be.
He's handsome with smiles for
Let's
days.
hear what he
Yeah,
sounds
you
like when
smiled
he
at
gets
everyone. They all
slashed.
saw your alluring eyes.
So where are we at?
You were just finishing with Orlith and you were walking out
yes.
and Vita stopped you in your tracks before you could leave after you smiled at her.
And I was
Could I
like,
hear any
"Hey,
of their conversation?
Sorry?
Could I hear their conversation?
You heard oh definitely yeah because just a small sheet but you heard talk of components needing for a concoction to cure petrification blah 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 some things but then you specifically hear Vita say, hey, you know where you can find cockatrice blood? Because that's her.
that's me."
Well, that's not a query that I get asked every day, but well, this is also strange, but I may be in a unique position to help you out. Who?
It's a simple yes or no question, really.
Well, then perhaps yes. I might be able to. Who are you people, if I may?
I don't think that really matters.
Well, somewhat. I mean,
Who are you?
I'm sorry. You're the one approaching me, but by all means, my name's Kaiser. Pleasure to meet you all, mysterious, nameless folks.
Why don't you describe what you look like?
Yeah.
Kaiser,
Sure.
for the class.
I am wearing a dark gray cloak with a hood. It's down right now. It's like, it's like, looks like it's like design wise good for like, slinking around the Undercity, but like the fabric's like a little bit too nice for that. Also, it's like really clean, like
Rookie
way
mistakes
too
all
clean
around.
for this section of town. But
Too rich.
when
Yeah.
you look at my face and my physique, I have kind of just alabaster skin. It's beautiful, like a Roman god. My cheekbones could just cut glass. I've got just piercing, just beautiful green eyes that just glisten. And my hair is black and a little bit curly, but it's just like falls just perfectly. It's like I woke up this way kind of vibes, but like it's like I woke up this way. You know what I mean? Like just right.
Oh, I do know.
Vita is very
Shane's-
unimpressed.
Shane's ultimate fantasy.
This
Yeah.
is what I want to look like.
This is what you want to be.
This is your hot boy summer.
I've got like a little bit of like 5 o'clock shadow, but it's like the perfect amount. It looks great. I'm just
You're basically Gaston.
kind of, but like but slighter. It's
dozen
more
Less tanned.
Except for it looks rich.
significantly less tanned.
Less bulky too.
I've got I've got like black leather gloves too, and like some nice boots, that match like. They look like they're pretty functional actually, but again, just a little bit too clean, a little bit too well cut for. And I'm carrying like a staff with kind of like a crescent, like a crescent sort of design at the top, and a pretty nondescript
So your name's
metal shield.
Kaiser, like the bun?
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Yes, although I get that often, I assure you. Sorry, I still don't know if I caught any of your names, but I'd be very pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
What's a rich boy like you doing down here?
Well,
Charmed, I'm sure.
we're all here. We're all just cut from one cloth, I would say. There's nobody who's better or worse than anybody
Could
else.
not disagree more.
All right. Well, I mean, I suppose that's your prerogative, and I won't interfere with your opinions. But I'm still, I mean, only if you're comfortable sharing your names.
Wait, what was your height and weight? Out of character? What's your thickness?
I just wish that Thaddeus said that for real.
In character.
Wait.
Well, if you're going back to you're not describing us. You're not describing yourself to us.
Sure. I'm 5'10" and about
How many C's?
$1.45,
Okay.
$1.50.
So it's like a half a C. Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
I
Like,
also don't
like
know
thick.
that.
Like how thick are you? Like
I'm not very
never
thick.
seen
I'm not a
this.
thick boy.
okay.
I'm cut.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's lean
I'm
ground
lean.
beef.
That's right.
Height and weight, please. No, I don't say that.
So no names then. All right. Oh well.
Standing there in silence.
Can I just do like a little bit of an insight check on him? I mean, he hasn't said much, but
I really
What are
haven't.
you
But go
inciting,
ahead.
but all right, go for it.
What are you trying to do?
You just want to
man?
read this boy?
yeah, just read him. 22
Okay.
for a
fine.
read.
22. He definitely looks out of place, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. He's not trying to hide anything, so you're just getting the read on him. Yeah, it looks a little out of place, but I mean, he's trying to hide it. Maybe.
What brings you down here? Before we tell you this is our hometown. What brings you down here?
I'm sorry. Am I being interrogated? Like, am I free to go, or am I? What's the situation?
Depends how you
Actually,
answer this.
I would love to circle back to the cockatrice.
Better not leave town.
Yeah.
At this point, like
Circling back.
another customer like walks in and is like startled because there's this entourage inside the store.
How handsome are they?
Very ugly, like crotchety.
Is there-
crotchety?
I'm just gonna look at them and be like, "Welcome to Above and Below."
They're like,
Just so friendly to him.
Layla's like, sorry, guy, do you mind, please, I would like to address the customer that has entered my store. If you don't mind, leave.
Not at all. Yes. Why don't we take this outside where there's
Oh, you want to take it?
You want to take us outside
Yeah,
now?
no. Let's
Witnesses?
go get a drink at the Fallen Sky Tavern.
That sounds great. Yes. What's your name? Sorry. Somebody here knows some manners, at least. I mean, I'm sure the rest of you are wonderful people as well once we get to know each other. What was your name? Sorry?
I'm Sammy, but don't spread it around.
You got it, Sammy. Mum's the word, as they say. Kaiser, I'm charmed. Of course, I offer my hand for a handshake.
And I'm like, okay, let's go.
All right.
Don't shake. Wow. Very tentatively trusting this group.
So are we walking
Yeah,
into
so you
the
guys can
tavern?
walk out. Yeah, if that's the direction you guys want to go,
Also-
you can walk.
Sorry, where are we going? I don't know if I'm
It's just my favorite tavern
along
around
for this
here.
journey. Okay, it's your favorite. Okay, got it.
I'll ask you again. Like, what brings you down here?
What brings me down? Well, I had some business to speak about with Orlith and Leolith. Do you need the details?
No.
No,
you, Zach.
just you don't look like you belong here.
You're doing
Okay,
a really
well-
bad job at fitting in.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
If
what
that's
can I
what
do
you're
to?
trying
I
to
mean,
do.
Okay,
Like,
you
how long
guys
have you
are
had that
being
cloak?
pretty nosy
a
over
little
here.
while.
You probably just bought it to come down here.
No,
He
no,
just
that's not true.
overheard
I've had
our
it for
whole
at least a
conversation
month or
about
two.
Cockatrice blood.
Basically, which was more about cockfights in the city and what even are they.
I
that
did
was not
hear
very
about
personal.
that. I am not able to help you with finding cockfights, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, I know a guy. It's all good.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
already got that hooked
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Proxy knows, like,
Excellent.
Can
What's happening?
I think we're walking down the street.
yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
walking
you
the
gonna
street. You
come
guys
get a
are
drink?
heading
Yeah,
towards the fallen sky.
Sure. I mean, are you going to hurt me?
Not
No,
unless we need
of course
to.
not.
Can I insight check them?
Yeah. Please do. Yes, I would love nothing more.
All right.
To be fair, I don't know the answer to this roll. They're gonna have to speak
14. Are you
Uh,
gonna hurt me?
for themselves. What's you guys' insight? I don't know.
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't. Think
I
you
feel
guys
like he
have
seems
hurt
pretty
him.
harmless.
You
Like
guys
he just seems like a rich kid
Yeah.
who just came to this side of town.
Here's what you read off of them.
Like,
It looks like these
yeah.
people are like offended a little bit at the fact that you're like trying to fit in, but you definitely do not fit in, and you're not doing a good job fitting in. So there's a little bit of like,
Totally.
who is this guy?
Okay.
Poor soul, a little bit as well.
Yeah,
and
lost
there's
puppy
a little
vibes
sympathy.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm sure that's what's feeling. I don't want to put words in your guys' mouths, but that's probably the read I'm getting.
Vita is 0% afraid of you.
I
Well, that's
I have a little bit of like. I don't know.
I wish
could
you would
tell.
say
You'll
that
be
out
able to
loud.
tell. I'm like, oh, good.
I'm not trying to
14
hide it,
vibe.
so a 14 would probably reveal it. But I'm very tense. Like like my sword is behind me, but like, I probably have like some fists up and not up, but like a little bit like
Clenched.
tense. Yeah.
Nice.
okay. Well,
Vita's just looking at you heavily with disdain.
is this a busy tavern? Are there going to be,
Well, it will be busy.
Alibi.
Okay.
Well, what time of day is it though?
It's like night.
It's like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like midnight.
Oh, okay, yeah, it'll be busy.
Perfect. Great. Okay. Well, as long as there's witnesses. All right, let's go.
And Kaiser, as you're walking, you see like This is pretty sketchy down here. There's a lot of like crime. You see a person get mugged right beside you, like, and you get a glance down an alley, and someone's getting beat up.
Are we gonna? Okay,
Straight
we're
down
just
there.
gonna keep walking. All right, thank you. All right.
Yeah. It's just sort of the vibe of the Lower Sharn.
I'm just gonna scoop up a handful of like dirt and just like rub it on your nice cloak.
Overtly.
Yes.
I was gonna do the same thing.
All right. Well,
Look at us.
thank you. That you know.
Listen, you want to be the rich kid seen down here? You will get mugged the minute you leave us.
What's-
I am doing you a favor.
What's your name?
It's Vita.
Okay.
Stop asking. Stop being such a spaz.
I just
It's
feel-
fine.
all right.
We just want to ask you a few questions and get a drink.
About okay. All right. Here we go.
Put some more dirt on you.
All right. Thank you.
I'll no.
So happy right now. It's so good.
Okay.
Okay, you guys make it to the Fallen Sky. You see a bustling tavern, this destroyed skyship on its side with big mast sticking right towards you with the sails open, creating a sort of a canopy look. There's a bar that's built out of the railing. Very cool. Everything that I've already described before to
So
the
many
listeners. Thousands of times. And I'm going to do it every episode. Just kidding. But yeah.
Well then, this is
bustling
sorry.
place.
Is this where we're going?
It's at the
This
end
is
of a
the
long,
place.
not very long, but pretty long little alley.
This is astonishing. This is like something out of a fairy tale or something. What a location. All right. Well, are you regulars here? Do you know
You gotta try the noom fries.
the noom fries?
Yeah, they're
Noom
real good.
fries. All right. All right.
Rich people are so annoying.
All right. Well, okay. I'm just excited. I'm just interested. I want to try the cuisine. You know. So.
So where are you from?
Nearby.
Why don't we get a table first?
Okay.
Sounds great.
And I'm gonna go get a big drink.
I love it. Yeah. You'll see Toller get a big drink.
Well, that's a Minotaur.
Minotaur, yeah.
I'm just gonna kick my boots up on the table and light up my fire switch.
Nice. Super cash.
Super cash.
There is one table open. And it is only open because the people who are looking at you as you start approaching get up and leave.
Perfect.
The
I
rest
love
are
that
full.
for Kaiser to see.
Cool.
I love
So you
the
are
fact
known.
that he doesn't know that, like, oh, we're going to a bar with a bunch of witnesses. Like, we own the bar. Like, if we want something to happen, everyone out.
He's like, oh, good, a public place. That's wonderful.
So safe in
I'm
here.
safe.
Yeah.
Like, you just came to the den.
so
Yeah,
funny.
you came to our grounds.
True.
Just
So
a
fun.
young boy.
So
Okay, I'm in
young.
like my mid to late 20s. All right.
You never specified.
Well, I'm
Just a
specifying
baby.
now.
Just
I got
a
5
baby.
o'clock shadow, man. I'm not a child.
I think you are the baby of the group still, potentially.
Oh, so you're 20. You told your age.
20-ish, 20,
Oh, okay.
you know,
20.
mid to late 20s.
Ambiguous. 20 ambiguous.
And where did you spend most of those years?
Wait, sorry, was this an
That's just
in-character
a
conversation?
No, you
Oh,
guys,
yes, it is.
you guys are
All right.
seated at the table. You guys are seated at the table. Sammy is just at the bar getting a drink, but she's making her way back right now. Making her way. We got beat up, puffing
Blow right
away.
in your face.
In the face.
Smoke rings in your face.
Ah, thank you. Yes,
You want one?
smells like.
I imagine you probably don't. I mean, they're not very healthy. I imagine you want to live a long, healthy life. You know, succeed your father's house, make your family so proud.
Well, I mean, the things you're describing are objectively good things, so I don't know why we're pretending like they're not. But yes, sure. I mean, I would. You have drinks? Is that correct? Do you-
Sammy gets
What's
to the
your
table
rush?
basically at this point.
I just want to get comfortable, you know, as you do in a place like this.
I said you should get noom fries too.
Noon fries. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be back. I'll be at the bar then.
Okay.
I
You
go to the
up,
bar.
that's right.
Gonna come back?
Keep my eyes on him.
I keep like kind of like looking back, a little scared.
You see a couple eyes in the
And then-
crowd looking at you.
I'm gonna turn to you guys and be like, okay, we do need to focus. I mean, we can make fun of him all night. I get it, and this is very fun. But like, we do need to get the information about the cockatrice blood
That's true.
ASAP.
I don't know. You don't have to.
I mean, I
Let's
think
get that
that's
information
important.
first, and then you guys can keep making fun of him for the rest of the night. Okay?
Is what's his
Can
name?
I make fun
the
of
dwarf?
him while I get the information?
He's Eric.
Is there,
yes,
is he,
but
is he
only
around?
for getting the
Yeah, he's
information.
on the side. He's off to the side looking.
Okay, I'll go up to him and be like, "Hey, you need to keep eyes on this kid." Pointing to
Kaiser.
Kaiser,
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
He gives
I'll point
you
to
an
him.
affirmative
Kaiser is
grunt
so sick.
as if he already knew. But he does the grunt. You get that vibe out of that grunt. You know that's what he's saying.
I'll just like fist bump him and then go back.
You hit his arm. He doesn't really fist bump you too much.
Oh.
Oh, he fist bump you.
Or just like his shoulders, like
Yeah, he does another affirmative grunt.
Just a tough guy.
Tough guy.
Excuse me, Mr. Minotaur. Hello.
Oh, Toller, this huge towering Minotaur, turns around.
Well,
What can I do
nice to
for
see
you,
too.
small lad?
I was told that noom fries were the thing to have around here, and just a drink, a tame drink, if you wouldn't mind too much.
Coming right up.
I'm like your
Poor
like,
soul.
thumbs up in the
Thank you
background.
so much.
Poor soul. He chuckles.
I like load him up. Like,
Give him the strong stuff.
Sorry, what was your name, good sir? What was your? Well, I didn't catch your. I'm Kaiser. I came here with these folks over here. If you
we
wouldn't
need to tell him
mind
to stop
keeping an
asking for
eye.
people's names.
My name is Toller Azurehorn.
Pleasure, Toller. Mr. Azurehorn.
Please do not call me Mr. Azurehorn.
Toller, then. Wow, so familiar. I love it. Well, thank you for. Should I just wait at the table then, or?
We will bring them out to you. Do not worry.
Excellent service. Oh, wow, it's wonderful down here. So personal. I love it so much. All right, I'll be at the table then.
You look up, he's already kind of walked away a little bit as he's like chuckling to himself.
Pleasure. Okay. I walk back to the table.
Wonderful. All right,
Hesitantly.
you sit down at the table full of these punks.
So, Vida, Sammy, Kaiser. What's happening?
Some good dead air right there. I love
So,
that.
fun tip. You might not want to, like, it's just not a big thing to ask for names around here.
Got it.
You want to get your throat cut?
I would prefer not.
There's, people try to be, I know it doesn't seem like it with Thaddeus asking for your whole life history, but usually we try to keep to ourselves for the most part.
Got it. Good to know.
Yeah,
Good
just
to,
just some fun advice.
Thank you. Well, noted. Duly noted. I'll lock that in the old vault, so I won't make those sorts of mistakes again.
So tell us your story about why you might be able to help us with cockatrice blood.
Well, all right. I don't know these. I have never been to this location. I know of a place. Theoretically, has cockatrice blood. There's. Are you? I don't know if you've ever heard of a location, an area of the city known as the Cogs. You familiar at all with that sort
It's
of?
low down, right?
It's deep down, but roll some history to see.
Isn't that where
how
we
you know.
left the cart at?
No, that was called Fallen.
Oh.
That was another.
He said history.
The cogs. That's like the...
Yeah, roll history.
14.
Wait, history you said?
Oops.
History.
21.
That's huge.
Proxy.
I know my city.
19. Okay, yeah, if you rolled 15 and up, you'll know the Cogs are a part of the Undercity. So I'll explain that a little bit. There are levels above ground within Sharn, and there are also some levels below ground in Sharn. You guys would know that the Cogs lies almost as far down as you can go, kind of. There's the sewers, and then the old city ruins that were built where this city was built upon, and below that, then it lies the Cogs, which is this really low, really desolate sort of place. A lot of manufacturing, in terms of refineries and mining. That's what I'm trying to say. Exists down there, and you would know, Proxy, a large Warforged population is down there as well. But that's kind of what you would know. It's hard with you, Proxy, because you have your memory wiped. So it's like, yeah, you know something. But you've also been around for a while.
The memory wipe has just been like the sensitive info.
Yeah,
mostly.
that's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
I still know the city. I still know
Yeah,
factions
that's fair.
of the city.
Proxy's
That was my
so
job
sensitive.
before.
He's so sensitive
Very
right now.
sensitive boy.
So yeah, that's what you guys kind of glean from that. So that does exist. He's not making that up.
As a pretty boy like you know about the Cogs.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, first of all.
Not a compliment.
All right.
Just accepts as a compliment.
Well, again, I've never been there myself, but I have some connections that are familiar with some of the goings on down there. There's See, cockatrice, from what I know, and again, it's all theoretical. I've never actually had a run-in with one personally.
Of course not.
Well, all right. There's a game played down there by some of the folks that live
You love games.
down below. It's known as Six Stones. Perhaps you play it up here too. I don't. In these parts.
No. I think I don't. I don't want to have to make you roll every single time something's mentioned. So I'll say that the people that rolled the cogs know about Six Stones.
Sick.
Actually, you never heard about Six Stones. I take it all back. I'm sorry.
Sick.
You've never heard of this game.
Do you play Six Stones up here? Not so much. All right. Well, essentially, it's a very sort of high-risk game, and it involves a live cockatrice being in in a ring with several participants in the game, and they sort of duke it out, as it were, with the cockatrice. Try not to be turned to stone. Obviously, very unfortunate when that sort of thing happens. But I suppose those are the risks of the game. It's not played by the faint of heart. Not really, So that's where those sorts of things are done.
What's the name of the place they do these games?
Ooh, I don't know if do I know the name of the place?
You just know it's in the cogs.
And
That's
I know
where it's practiced mainly.
I know the main participants in that.
Yeah. You would know who plays it.
Right. So I don't know.
You know who plays it, right?
I do. I don't know the venue, the name of the venue. All right. But again, perhaps you're familiar with the organization known as DASK. It's popular among those folks. So
Are you popular with the desk?
DASK. No, not quite my sort of peers.
Of course not.
Who are you popular with?
Well, I try to be popular with everybody who's interested in being popular with me, but
So the
DASK.
desk.
Aw.
Well, they're not quite so friendly in my experience. So,
What is your experience?
well, I'm out and about to
Oh, I mean with the desk.
the DASK. Limited, admittedly.
You said they didn't want to be popular with you.
No. I just mean with. I have seen them. I have secondhand, firsthand witness, secondhand experience, kind of seeing the sorts of things that they are about. It's not really my sort of activities of choice.
Your connections, can they get us, do they know who supplies these cockatrice to these fights?
An interesting point. Interesting point. In fact, I'm not precisely trying to connect with my previous connections at this time.
Is that why you're down here?
Moving on.
Well, I don't mean for you to take it the wrong way. I'm just trying to sort of,
Escape this life.
yes, I suppose, escape a certain lifestyle, but not because I'm in any sort of trouble or danger. I just,
Don't like it.
I would like to, do something real, do something important. And there are certain locations where I previously resided where there's not a lot of opportunity for, doing things like that. So I've branched out.
To down here.
Well, you don't know where I'm coming up or down because you don't know where I'm from. But yes.
Where are you from?
Okay, well, Sharn.
You were born here?
Yes.
What part of Sharn?
Oh boy.
Up or down?
A little higher.
Let's just
Little
go
bit
hot
higher.
cold, like up down.
A little
Up?
Just up a little bit. Yes, up from here a little
Upper
bit.
Sharn, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, a little up from there, but yeah, yes.
What's your last name?
Well, it's like I'm like sort of like Madonna. It's like just Kaiser, just Kaiser.
What was it?
I'm going to use Subtle Spell to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh jeez.
Okay, yeah, you are able to do that because you can subtly cast. That's your thing.
100% Kenneth, DeKenneth.
Well,
Right.
I guess none of us know. Only
Don't
I'm
like
kind
that.
of like that too. You know, I don't have a last name.
Just Vita.
Just Vita.
Very cool. Very yes. We're
Yeah,
on the
just really
same
wanna
sort of
make a
page
name
that
for
way.
myself, just as Vita.
Love it. Where are you from, Vita? Since well, are we allowed to talk about that, Sammy? We're not supposed to ask names. Are we allowed to
No.
ask? Okay. Well, wait. You just asked. Hold on now.
I told you they were being nosy,
Yeah.
but you didn't stop them, so it's fine.
Well, my lips are sealed now.
is he holding a staff?
How far away is Cogs?
I don't know. Are you holding your staff? I don't know.
It's probably propped up against my chair.
The cogs, you guys would know, or are you asking him? Maybe you can
I'm
ask him.
asking the table.
I'll explain. You're right. I was like, answer her. Oh yeah, right. The cogs. So the cogs are down. There's no There's a few entrances that can get you there, but really, what you need to get is to the next section, what would be the sewers, right? And then you go through the sewers, and you take that down into the cogs.
So detect thoughts. Excuse me, lasts for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Can what else? You know. So
it is surface level thoughts. So
Yeah.
whatever's
So that's
floating
gonna
on
be
your
a
mind.
question.
I'm
Surface
going to
level
tell you
thoughts.
right now what you're getting.
Am I familiar? No, I don't know what's happening.
It's subtly
Unless-
cast, so I'm not sure.
unless
you
she
probe
probes.
deeper, yeah.
yeah, it's just with surface thoughts you don't know.
But what
Okay.
you're getting right now is a lot of discomfort. What am I doing here? This is scary. This is more than I bargained for.
More than I bargained for.
Hope I don't die. Pretty much that vibe. Unless there's something else that you're thinking of, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Not really. Maybe I'm.
Maybe you're thinking more about why you don't have these connections with the people that might be able to get cockatrice.
I think what I'm thinking about is I'm very cognizant of my right hand. I'm very, very cognizant of kind of keeping that under the table.
He's got a glove on.
Gloves.
Yeah, you're not just Michael Jackson.
One glove, yeah. This is all things you're getting, Vita.
Okay.
Everyone else knows nothing. Didn't even know she cast it. Is there semantic? Don't you have to actually?
No,
do
you
those
don't
still?
have to use
Is that just
semantic.
it negates everything.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Holy,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
I mean, you still need the material if it's got material, but
Oh yeah, does it?
Does it?
A
No.
copper piece.
Oh nice.
You got any copper?
You could just be flicking it in your fingers or
Yeah.
something. That's so fun.
Just rolling like a copper across my fingers, across
With
my
the
knuckles.
cigarette.
And then it disappears.
That's so tight.
really showing off the
So-
copper.
sorry.
A copper.
Why are we looking for a cockatrice of all beasts? That's very specific, isn't it?
Don't think you need to worry about that.
I do somewhat need to worry about it if I'm going to be involved.
We
You're
need
going to
do
be
some-
involved.
Well, am I going to be involved?
It's for helping a friend,
A friend.
helping heal our friend.
Heal your friend.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to your friend? I mean, I'd love to help if that's an option.
I'm looking around at everyone, kind of like how.
It's just to help a friend.
And this friend needs a live cockatrice
No,
for their
just the
health?
cockatrice blood.
Just its cockatrice. Just
Just
its
a bit.
blood.
For a potion.
Am I familiar at all with
Ooh.
how that
Wait, I
what
think
that
so.
might be used for?
I
roll
need
something.
to roll wild magic for
Oh,
Fireball.
Fire.
Fire. Fire.
I would love for her to be just sitting there discreetly,
That
like
was a
rolling
2.
this, and then get
Whoa.
the feather beard. or
Oh,
something
hold
crazy.
on. Actually, I think that'll set it off, right?
I think
'Cause
it
you
will, too.
cast last time.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I did.
Oh my god.
Well, so actually,
I can't
don't-
remember how it works.
I don't know if it did because
going
one of the
down.
last things I did was
Welcome
cast
to the
that
fallen
spell
sky.
that ended up holding that
Yeah.
orc,
I think you're right.
and so then I think it would have
It's
reset.
reset.
And I don't remember if I cast
Because
any
after
spell.
you let that go, what did you do? I think you fired something at the.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
that's
and
why
that
you
would have been a
let go.
chaos bolt, which would have
Here we go.
been a first level spell. Yeah, so this is
Fireball.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Potted plant.
That would be so funny.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
Let me.
But I
I'm
can-
just sorry that your subtle
Roll
spells like
D100.
you're like
You're so-
Trying to do
so
something.
suave.
Suddenly everyone turns into plants.
yeah.
oh my god.
She doesn't know spells.
This is
The
gonna kill me.
shrieking comes out of you.
Yes.
Kazer's about to die from this.
That would be amazing. I would honestly be fine with it.
That would be great.
Are you ready for me to
Killing
roll?
Shane's
Please
character
roll the
2 sessions in a
D100.
row.
I'm just pulling it up right here.
Okay, 17.
17.
That can't be
I'm
good.
so scared. That's
Yeah,
a horrifying
bad
number.
I think
Sorry.
the fireball's like
I think it's a
30.
good
I think it's at least higher than 17.
I think it's like 30. It's in
Uh-oh,
like the
John's
middle of the
face?
back, I think.
Okay, this one's interesting.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
There's no physical manifestation that
Wow.
occurs.
Great.
But
That is excellent.
Oh wow.
within your mind, you sense some twisted, evil presence somewhere on the plane that you reside. Both you and the creature can feel each other's presence at all times, and you feel that they're slowly getting closer.
It's like
But
Harry
you don't
Potter.
know the
Oh,
distance.
You summoned a demon.
You don't know where they're at.
Good job.
You don't know if they're that close or that far. But as you can feel them getting closer. You don't know what that means.
Oh boy, here we go.
It could be growing. You're just
Okay, I'm gonna just like casually get up from the table and just be like, I'm gonna get a drink and go over to the bar.
right.
And when I get to the bar, I'm gonna cast a message to Sammy
Okay.
and be like, okay, so
Kaiser.
Sorry, I just want to say Kaiser. and
Fun.
Okay, so
I'm not a bug.
Kaiser's from House Decaneth, and also there might be something evil coming towards me. In fact, I know there is. You know how sometimes weird things happen when I cast spells? I just suddenly I can feel this thing coming towards me, and it's evil, and it's on this plane. Do you know what planes are? I don't know.
That's a long. That's
Try
a
to keep
couple
a straight.
messages.
Try to keep a straight face.
I'm just like, okay.
Cool.
And then I'm like thinking, and I'm like, I pick up my drink and I drink all, like the whole thing, so that I can go get another drink.
Classic Sam.
Wow.
Empty again.
Wow, I better go get another drink. I get up and like leave to the bar.
So it's just like
left alone with Thaddeus and Proxy.
I'll like if my sword wasn't already out, it's just kind of like propped on the table, but like I'm holding it, like next to the table.
Push back the chair a little bit. Wait, hold on. I do
Well,
want to.
this is a booth, right? Tell
this
me
a
it's
booth
a
or is
booth
it-
and he's in the booth.
Yeah, is it a booth or a table?
It's a table. They're all tables out there. Sorry,
darn.
sir.
Am I familiar
He's
with
like
the
trapped
uses of
inside.
He's just right in between the two
Oh,
of
yeah.
you.
cockatrice blood?
What do you want to do?
I want to know if I'm familiar with uses for cockatrice blood.
Yeah. Roll.
Like he hears it and he's like,
But if you're proficient in alchemy,
yes.
Arcana?
you can roll an arcana. Yeah, because that'd be
Okay.
that'd be what it
Just
is.
not as specific because I'm not proficient.
Yeah.
proficient.
Okay, then just do an arcana. Yeah.
All right. 24.
Whoa. Definitely, it's not a common use, and in fact, it's not actually used in potions at all. But as far as you know, but there are certain salves that use cockatrice blood. A salve. I can never say that word without being salved up. I love it.
Saliva.
Yeah, salve. I just salivate every time I say it.
I love it.
You know that it can be used in a certain mixture thing that can cure, among other things, petrification.
Okay.
It's good for the skin too,
Good for the skin.
Mm-hmm. Which is maybe what you
When you
know
also-
a bit more. As.
That's probably how I know. Yeah.
You
That's how I know.
probably overheard that we had Medusa snakes as well.
Did I overhear that?
I mean,
mean,
I thought you.
I don't know what I
And we
overheard.
were probably holding them too
Yeah,
when
like
you
I
came out.
literally
Definitely
like
had
shook
them.
them around.
When we met, when you're like, "Hey, you're like holding two
Yeah, like-
Medusa snakes."
You definitely were. It's true.
Okay. I can put two and two together then.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Makes sense. They said they want to help a friend.
Yeah.
There's not very many things that use cockatrice blood, or as far as you know, unless they
How
got real
many-
bad skin problems.
things am I familiar with that can cause petrification like that?
Okay, roll another history check. Let's see. He's
History?
delving deep into your training as a
24.
whatever you are.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. You know that there are, basically everything. There are cockatrices, but their petrification only really lasts for 24 hours.
Okay.
Then it wears off. The medusas are terrible.
Okay.
Those permanently petrify you. Also, basilisks can
Okay,
cause
okay.
petrification. And maybe something else that I don't know.
Right. Got it. Okay.
But those three for sure.
Cool.
I'm also going to send the same message to Proxy.
But not that.
No, not that. Sorry, we're not. We're not.
But
We're not
also,
close
thank
yet.
you for telling me because that is very pertinent to me.
Yeah, and I'll be like, By the way, I know we never got to talk about this, but thanks for not telling anyone that I'm a changeling.
Aw.
No response.
Oh, wow. Left me on red. Rude.
Can't do it face to face, Vita.
No.
Yeah,
Send a text.
it's been like a week.
No, it hasn't. Has it?
It's been like a day.
We had downtime.
There was some downtime.
You're right.
I think it's
We
been
did
about a
have
week.
downtime.
Yeah, it's probably been about
It's
a
been
week.
a while.
Okay.
So offended.
Rude.
I've told everyone.
Love that. That's why you didn't get messaged.
That's why you didn't get a message.
I definitely have.
So I didn't catch your names.
It's just.
I didn't catch where you're from.
I mentioned it. I believe.
Mm-mm.
I think so. Sharn. I think I said yeah.
Oh, come on.
Are you from?
It's a big place.
You from around here?
That's like
Parts.
saying
Yeah.
North America.
This is where I live. This Lower Sharn is where I live.
Me too.
Does Kaiser have anything?
Kaiser.
Does Kaiser?
He's getting back to you for
Blazer,
saying
Yeah.
fox or patch.
Does
Your name is
Kaiser have anything on him that, like, I'm trying to get the sense of whether or not you're part of the family. I'm trying to assess my risk here, basically.
I don't have like any of the like Kaiser insignia or coat of arms or anything.
Kenneth,
Or
you mean?
sorry, Kenneth. The Kaiser coat of arms.
Okay.
I don't have any of the Kenneth like
Um,
logos.
Iconography.
I have
Iconography.
been like hidden, like I'm wearing my cloak as I always do. I think I was like getting to the point where I was about to be like loosen up,
Yeah.
but I've like retreated even
Retreated
farther
back
into
in.
it. Like all you see is just like cloak with a weird shape, and you're like, what is going on in there?
so unsettling.
Also
Yeah.
so
It's very
short.
unsettling.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, like
Sure.
tiny
You
little.
can like barely see over the table.
Oh, I'm like on the table.
Creepy. Creepy.
Okay.
Great.
So
So-
yeah, when
okay,
I
well-
get to the
Oh, what do you want to do? Yeah, go for it.
sorry, just get to the bar and I like turn to Vita and I'm like, what? And then I'm gonna say, I know a little bit about the planes. I think.
Oh yeah,
And,
you understand.
like-
you don't. Everybody should know what like a plane,
Yeah.
the plane of existence is, right? And that
Yeah.
there are demiplanes, and
And so I'm like,
depends how crazy you get. how
did
nerdy
you
are.
bring someone to our plane?
I wouldn't have got that sense. I just sensed
You
it,
just
and we.
sense something that also senses you.
Yeah, I just somehow have some sort of connection with something.
Do I know what that means?
Something hungry.
I mean,
Hungry.
that's what she said.
Okay.
Like, you understand that there's some sort of they're aware of each other.
But I knew that it was evil, right?
You get a very foul scent from it
Okay.
if you sniffed it.
It just, it
It's
just
yet-
felt bad in my brain,
maybe-
foul in my brain.
Yeah, and maybe it's just unnerving because you know they know where you are, and that could be part of why you're so scared. It's, something that I think would affect Vita.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, don't go off on your own. For the like,
Did you tell me?
and then I'm gonna say,
I'm the only one that doesn't know.
so this
And
Kaiser
me.
guy is probably trying to like, because the DeKenneth family is the one with the drugs. Maybe he's trying to get out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna get another giant drink.
I kind of want to
Nice.
just go and
You drink
maybe
it.
smoke a bit, something different.
Ooh.
Really need to go chill out.
Okay, but don't go off on your own.
That's literally all I want to do right now. But it's fine. But I should probably tell Hale, right? But she's busy doing that interrogation.
Maybe go tell Hale, and you can go off on your own inside.
I mean, I don't need your permission, but okay, that's a good
Totally,
idea.
but I just mean like, I wouldn't be worried.
Yeah, okay, then I'll do that.
You go inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and seek Hale.
And then I'm just gonna go
It's
back
easy
to the
enough
table.
Okay, yeah. You arrive to a very uncomfortable situation.
I love this.
Okay. So I'll be. I've got a plan.
Weather.
I've got a plan.
Okay.
You saying that? Okay.
Yeah.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Coming from
You-
this
wait,
close.
oh,
I just never know.
What does your
what's-
voice sound like?
Apparently, like Ryan.
Apparently, like Ryan. Yeah.
Like
Okay,
Brian.
cool, love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, like Brian.
Like Brian. Ooh.
Okay. So here's my thought. Here's my 2 cents.
Totally like Ryan. Exactly.
This is coming out of the hood, by the way. This is creepy hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's my thoughts. Here's my plan.
If they're gonna fight this cockatrice, they want to manage risk. Like, there's no way they're just gonna have this beast that can turn you to stone hanging out in like an open area, and then they're gonna bring this like uncovered beast into a ring, then fight it. Like, there's gonna be like a hood on it. There's gonna be like, it's gonna be in a place that's probably like a little stall or a cage that no one goes into, and it's hooded so they can bring it out and not petrify anyone. All we gotta do is find that place, break in, get a little cut, and leave.
I love it. It's a great plan.
Much better than getting in the ring or anything like that. Like, let's try and get in, get out, hidden. Sammy.
Concur, yes. Brilliant, yes.
One thing about Six Stones that you would know is that it's a game. There are 7 parties or individuals. Last one standing
Yeah, I'm
wins
not
it.
getting
And it's sort of a gambling thing. But you actually don't fight the cockatrice. You actually just have... that's one of the rules in the game, is you do not fight the cockatrice. You have to survive. You have to outlast the others, push other people into their gaze, and...
I have an
try to
idea.
be the last one alive. Yeah.
I explain that.
You explain that. Yeah, I just want to clarify.
I'll kind of just nudge over to Proxy and be like, why don't I just enter the ring?
If you go in that ring
you'll-
and you get turned to stone,
Uh,
we're not saving you.
I'll go in as a blind man.
That's fine. I'm not saving anyone that goes in that ring. You can fight in there, but like, I'm saving one person, then I'm done.
To
think,
clarify... oh, yeah, go ahead.
I like the plan of the young man in the cloak.
Don't look at me.
Oh,
Don't even acknowledge me.
What?
Did we say you
Did
could look
I
at us?
do something to you? What is this?
I'm just like laughing,
Don't
like
look,
drinking.
please look that way. Don't
Sammy's getting
gaze your eyes
wasted.
over here.
I mean,
Stress.
listen, I like to think I'm a pretty patient fellow, but I have a little bit of pride. Like,
I'm sure you're a nice guy. And, you know, under different circumstances, I'm sure I'd love to be your friend, but I'm a private person and I'd appreciate some privacy, please.
He looked at you.
From this head.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Don't even think about
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I can't really see you. But
Good.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Keep it that way.
You don't want to see him.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, I will kind of just like awkwardly like stare at this spot like a little bit up and to the right of Proxy's head.
That's right.
It's not a bad plan. Person that I am not allowed to look at.
Thanks, Kaiser.
And also whose name I am not privy to. I like that plan better than the getting in the ring plan. If we are choosing between the two options,
That sounds like a good plan. Shall we break? Call that a night?
That sounds like a great plan, says the DM as he wraps up the episode. Thank you guys for listening so far to this uncomfortably awkward episode, but also hilarious at the same time. Be sure to follow us on the social medias. Also, you can go to patreon.com/upstairsalchemy and you can pledge to become an alchemist. And with that ability, you're able to receive episodes early, and you're also able to communicate with other alchemists that could be perusing the alchemical situation over there on the website, patreon.com and everything else. Bye, everyone. Bye.
bye.